this video is going to pick up where we left off on the last video. Once we have the YouTube link added, one thing to double check when you're sharing the embedded video link.
Welcome to the REI Diamond Interview, your source for
make sure that the box is unchecked for show suggested videos. When the video finishes, we don't want additional videos showing up on our site here. So click on this HTML box, paste the new code in so that this is Frank's episode. I will then open the iTunes up. Once the podcast has uploaded, which is REI Diamonds number 22, that's the podcast that we're adding today. We're going to copy the link from iTunes and paste that link into the bottom half of the link on our website. Take out the HTTP and create the link. So at this point, if we're looking at the site builder, we've already installed the HTML code for the books to pop up. We've added all of the active links. We've changed all of the text size to 16 and keep them bold. I like all the spacing, how there's a space here, space here, space here, space here, no spaces in between this. I like the exact layout of the text with the capital letters where the capital letters are and the bold letters where the bold letters are. This is all these details are important for look and feel of each podcast posting. So then just make sure this background here kind of matches up, just so that once it's done, it pops up and it's complete. Save the page. Once we have the Frank mantra, the episode number page with all the text complete, we'll go back to the index page, and you'll have to move some things around here to create a new space to add Frank's face. So every 3 interviews, you're kind of going to have to move everybody down. So what I mean by that is I'll actually move this stuff here down, and I'm selecting everything so that I get everybody's episodes there, and I just kind of eye it up and slide it down like this. And then I'll copy, and then I'll paste. And when you paste it, everything is selected so that you can move it all at once and just kind of eye it up so that the spaces look about equal to the ones below. And then switch everything to the new interview information, just like on the page here in the title. So interview number 22. Frank Montreux. On this one here, a lot of times I like to put the person's company or maybe a title that has to do with that person. So right here I happen to have Mr. Deal a Day, and because of the amount of words that can fit right here below their name, I'm going to choose something that's relevant from the text. So Mr. Deal a Day. And then I'm going to change out to Frank's image from the RE Diamonds episode 22 folder, which you created here. Okay. The image needs to be 125 by 125 when it's saved. Alright, I changed the dimensions to 125 by 125. We're going to link the photo to the appropriate person's name. This one's Frank Montrell. It's open in the same window browser. We're also going to create the link from the click to listen, maybe. Also to link to the correct podcast. And then we're going to change this bottom area to the person's name. We're going to use the information right from the title, closing 300 deals per year. And then we're going to move the main image to the top here. We're going to bring the white background up, and that wants to line up right about with the top here, so that this matches up in the corner. And you have to come to the bottom if you've made it longer and extend the white background. This page is the index page, and that's done, so you can save the page. And then instead of having to do all of that work over a second time, take the interview page that we looked at here for now and close that out. Save the index page. Right before you need the next step is to save the page as the interviews page. But before you do that, you need to scroll down to the bottom here, right click, select HTML, take all the code after the body and cut that out, so that actually causes a pop-up subscriber form when they visit this main site page. We're going to remove that, then save this as the interviews page, and people who are on the email list will be directed through a link to the interviews page, which will not have the pop-up, so it won't annoy people who had already subscribed to the list, but it will cause people to subscribe to the list if they visit the original index page. So save this page, replace the new page because it has the new content with the new interview which you added, and then you'll add, next week you'll add interview 23 here, and then interview 24 will go here, and then when we do interview 25, you'll move all the images and all the information down, and you'll start again just like we did here in the example with Frank Montrell's deal. So at this point, once everything here, all the links, everything has been prepared, you're ready to publish, and I'll have the Diamond Equity Leads at Gmail email account set up with publishing access to the REI Diamond site. And as the information is publishing, you can start make any adjustments on the appropriate podcast. So we're going to go in and edit the description for number 22. Copy. I'll do my best to make this as simple as possible here. You're going to click on the rich text editor so that you can adjust the font sizes and add active links. So you're going to copy this here. And I'll do my best to have these exactly as close as possible to copy and paste. Control V. Just make the whole thing 14 point. We'll go with 12 actually. I told Frank I'd remove this here, so I want to kind of keep it a little simple. The only thing you also have to make sure here is that each of these links, so will click, so if they click on episode 16, it will take them to episode 16. So you have to open up another window and generate each of the links. Generate the link by clicking on episode 16 to view and copy the link. Once you have it highlighted, you can click the active link here, paste, insert. So now episode 16 will be a clickable link. We'll do the same thing for episode 18 with Jason Boozy.
Welcome to the REI Diamond Interview, your source for real estate investment jewels of wisdom with Dan Brett.
Episode 14, Bill Kratz. And finally, episode 20. Just double check to make sure that the active links are all active. If there's any of these additional large spaces, try to tighten them up a little bit here. Just give it a second read. Make sure everything is as tight as possible. Save that. Audio's good, photo's good. As far as tags go, I will include some tags. I'll have to make another document for those, but for the sake of this one, we'll just kind of select a few of these. Real estate, investing, goes in every one. Flipping houses. You can just pick a few of the words out of the descriptions. And we publish that. Good to go. And we should be active. So I'll have a login information for MailChimp set up so that you can go in and schedule the release emails. You'll go to campaigns. Typically, I'll go back to a campaign that I already sent for the last REI Diamonds podcast. And you're going to send this, you're going to schedule this for 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to send on Saturday. And it's going to send out to the New Jersey buyers list, eventually the Florida buyers list, but we don't have anybody on there yet. The REI Diamonds list will receive a copy. The Chicago buyers will receive a copy. The Wholesale Masters will receive a copy. The How to Wholesale Real Estate will receive a copy. And the Philadelphia buyers list will also receive a copy. So they'll all be sent the same email at 12 o'clock Eastern. So for the sake of this demonstration, we'll start with the New Jersey buyers. We're going to set up. We're going to set up right out of the title here, REI Diamonds number 22. Frank. 300 deals per year. The from name can stay the same. The email address can stay the same. Next, to choose the template. If you selected one from a previous podcast, the template is going to be fine. Again, just pop the title up here along the teaser copy, so we can pretty much copy and paste. I like all of this to be black, not the gray color that kind of shows up automatically. And then here's where we're going to change some things up a little bit. So we'll edit this, and from here through the end of the bullets, we're going to straight copy and paste right off of the document which I sent to you. Copy, paste. I don't know why that happened, but just make sure the spaces are taken back out. You can see the text turns gray. Make sure that the text is black. And then we're going to adjust the name here first. It's not Josh's interview any longer, it's Frank's interview. And we're going to get used to calling this episode here. So that actually is going to link to the REI Diamonds page that you set up. So we're all published here. We can go to the site. May need to refresh the screen. Click on Frank's interview and copy and paste that link into the campaign. This way they avoid the pop-up if they click to listen to the interview straight from the episode. We're going to have to change out the iTunes link, which is number 22 here. The link shows up in a hideous color blue. We need to get it to a bright blue. Once the links are adjusted, you can save and close. Go to the next step to confirm. Make sure that everything is pretty well situated here. Schedule. And the release is Saturday, 12 p.m. Schedule the campaign. And then from there, we can go to the campaigns tab once again. We can select replicate, and we can just select the next list down, REI Diamonds. Schedule that for noon. Just basically repeat the process through all of the lists. And then once all of the emails are scheduled and the podcasts are updated in Podomatic and on the website, this is complete. We're good to go.